Hello everybody and welcome to the end of all things. It is the final part of Steambot Chronicles, and today we're going on a date. Excuse me, nice bed. Looks like there's even room for two. Holy shit! Goddamn, woman, you are thirsty, and I got just the thing to quench that thirst. Sorry. I've reloaded an old save, and this is before Savory was revealed to be one of the leaders of the Bloody Mantis, before it was revealed that she's evil. And yeah, a lot of you wanted to see what the date with Savory was like. It's not that different from with Connie. It's just, you know, we got a little bit of extra personality with Savory, and we learned some interesting things, like what's Basil's passion? I wonder if he likes anyone in the band, huh? Oh, Savory knows. It's so obvious. Basil couldn't have been more obvious. Do you hate Basil, Savory? Oh, nobody hates him. He definitely says what's on his mind, though. That probably doesn't endear him to many people. I could see it getting on people's nerves pretty easily. But let's not tell Basil I said any of that, okay? I genuinely wonder, audience, do you think that she actually liked Basil? You know, despite the whole wanting to burn the country in flames and shit? Do you think she actually had a soft spot for Basil? I don't know. Either way, let's talk about Connie. Don't you think Connie's cute? Connie is pretty cute, huh? That's probably why half of our fans even come to see us. You were like that at first, weren't you? I was coming to see you. Oh, I'm such a smooth operator. I got so much mojo, I got so much swag, I got so much drip. Is that what the kids say? I don't know. Why does everyone hate Mallow? Sorry, we weren't really that close, so I'm not sure. Connie probably knows a little more about him. She doesn't know Mallow that well. Pay attention to that, okay? Because I'm going to talk about Dandelion now. What things does Dandelion like? I don't really know. If anything, I'd say a peaceful world. A peaceful world where the country is engulfed in flames. Yes, that's a very peaceful world, Savory. Why do people hate Dandelion? Nobody hates Dandelion. You're a lot like Connie, you know. You both assume the worst. Yeah, imagine if you two were fascists or something. That'd be fucked up, huh, Savory? I'm so glad I played this date after the twist. But, yeah. She doesn't reveal her hand too well. Until we get further down the line of questioning. Dandelion's a cute guy, isn't he? I think a lot of people would agree with you there. What did Chicory like? Chicory? He really liked Dandelion, his brother. They were rarely apart. And now the big reveal. So why'd people hate Chicory? I don't think anyone hated Chicory. Well, Mallow didn't exactly like him very much. Forget I said that! Oh, so you did know Mallow pretty well, huh, Savory? Huh? Why'd you hide that part? Very suspicious. Either way, clean my ears. I got my Q-tip, gotta make my move. Savory, do you like hot cocoa? Yes, I got just the thing. How thoughtful of you. So, is there a reason you're being so nice to me tonight? Oh, Savory, you know.
Do you like me?
The most disappointing thing about Steambot Chronicles is that the relationships don't actually change the story. So if you think like dating Savory would like make her hesitant to be the evil leader and you might be able to redeem her or there'd be extra dialogue or something, unfortunately no, the story does not change at all. There aren't even extra dialogue options to be like, but I loved you or something like that, which would have been awesome. But, you know, Steambot Chronicles is a little flawed. It could be better, you know. I'm not disputing that. In the post-game, Captain Sibylette is now in the arena, and you can battle her in her Trotmobile, the Great Sailing. Now, to be honest, this fight isn't that different from the one that was in the tutorial back in Part 1. And now that I have a minigun as well as the Excalibur, a big fuck-off powerful sword, Captain Sibilette doesn't really stand much of a chance at all, so yeah. But you gotta fight her in the post-game in order to unlock the Deathmatch mode, which I'll talk about later. Good work, you pass! Should I invite her over? Huh? Oh, we're inviting her over. That's right! Captain Sibilette is also a potential date option, and you can date her in the post-game, huh? Although this one's gonna go by a little bit smoother and quicker because there's not a lot of dialogue here.
Are you here? I'm coming in.
Hey, that's a poster of me! Take that down! Sorry, Captain, I thought you'd like to have a fanboy, but whatever. It's a pretty cool poster if I do say so myself. I don't know who made it, but it was on the SS Juniper Berry, so I guess you did. What happened to you last year? Well, I chased down a criminal. I don't consider Dandelion a friend, so I didn't lose a friend. I just chased down the leader of the Bloody Mantis, you know. Let's chat with her again. I wanted to ask something else. Why'd you board my ship last year? Why did I leave? Why did I leave? To get my memories back, obviously. I want to know who I am. Is that so? So, has your memory come back? A little bit. I see, that's good to hear. I'm the player, so I don't know anything about Vanilla, and I can't really read his mind, so you know. I'm not in his mind, so I can't really get any extra extrapolation about his past. Still, let's make our move! Gosh, I sure am tired. Yeah. Watch your hands.
Oh, no, you don't. You'll regret this.
That didn't sound very satisfying at all.
I'll be on my way.
You didn't have any hot cocoa with Sibilette. That had no hot cocoa at all. Okay. So that's a pretty short date because she doesn't talk about the Garland Globetrotters or Chicory or Dandelion or any of them, so, you know. That was a date you can potentially go on. That was a thing you can do. But now that we're in the post-game, I'm going to visit the Bloody Mantis' headquarters because, you know, they've disbanded, they're no longer a threat. Maybe there's something in here. Maybe there's something different about the place when you're in the epilogue, so let's check it out, huh? The guards are gone. In fact, it's pretty much empty, except for this new bar. And leading the bar is a guy who looks awfully familiar. A guy with one eye. A guy who told me everything I need to know was on a need-to-know basis. Welcome to Bar Bloody Mantis. What's the matter? Dude, you are so calm-free. I know who you are. Are you sure you're not thinking about someone else? That's his response when you give the correct answer. Like, you can't, like, fish anything else out of him for talking about his name. But anyway, when you go to the Bloody Mantis headquarters, you can actually buy the uniform as well as a poster of Bergamot, as well as the prison outfit that you get for reaching the epilogue as a member of the Bloody Mantis. So these clothing pieces are not locked off to you if you're a goody two-shoes. You can still wear the Bloody Mantis beret and uniform, and you know, you can still wear that outfit if you thought it looked pretty cool. And I think I looked pretty cool. I was a pretty cool dude, if I do say so myself. Not that I'm gonna wear it now. I was gonna go out the regular entrance, but I decided to go through the shortcuts in order to get to where I need to go quicker, and that's when I noticed the janitor here. Why do I have to... I don't know. Bergamot is now a janitor at the Bar Bloody Mantis. That's quite the reversal of fortune here. That is quite the end situation for Bergamot. Yes. But either way, I'm taking the shortcut to South Happy Garland. That takes us to the GTW factory where they make steel beams and whatnot just outside the arena. And a lot of people probably wondered, hey, there was something missing about the epilogue, Clement. Where the hell was Mallow? Mallow, you didn't even talk to him. You didn't even run into him. He wasn't on the SS Juniper Berry 2. Where's that kid at? Well, when you go checking out the GTW factory, you can see how they make steel beams and stuff, and my boss told me that I have a plain face. That makes me want to cry. I'm so sorry. But, look at this! One of the workers is Mallow. This is where he is in the post-game. Hey, Vanilla, I work here now. Let's ask about the accident. Not here. Let's go outside. Back then, the only thing I was proud of was how rich my family was. I looked down on poorer people, and that's why I did such terrible things. I let my father's position go to my head, and I walked around town like I owned the place. Then I began attending Garland University. I studied violin. But I didn't get any better. It was more my lack of practice than anything. But I didn't understand that at the time, so I took it out on anyone with natural music ability. Dandelion was already becoming famous. Everyone praised his genius. And, since he came from humble beginnings, he was very popular. Everyone loves the underdog, right? Yet, instead of joining an orchestra, he started a small band with some friends. I couldn't understand it at all. He was poor, yet he started a band that wasn't guaranteed to make money. I think I understand it. He was probably in it for the music. I've been thinking about that lately too. But back then, it seemed like he was just showing off. Soon Chicory joined us at university, and he was studying guitar too. When I found out he was Dandelion's little brother, I couldn't stand it. I started picking on him every chance I got. He was poor, and I was a jerk. One day, I decided to take his bag. He got upset and tried to get it back. Well, I'd had enough, and I threw it into the street. Chicory ran after his bag in a car, and... yeah, you don't need to see anymore. We know what happened. Oh, I wanted you to know, but I apologized to everyone while you were gone. One of them told me about this place. It makes me happy to know that what I'm doing is contributing to the world in some way. I'd better get back to work. See you later, okay? So yeah, that's where Mallow is in the post-game, and that's why he got Chicory killed that day. That's who he was back then, but he's redeemed himself, and he's a little bit better of a person now, so yeah. Anywho, folks, we have fought every single opponent that this game has to offer, so when you go into battle mode in the main menu, if you've faced off with everyone, that means you've unlocked the Deathmatch mode. Deathmatch is basically a survival gauntlet where you customize your Trotmobile, and you're not allowed to customize it ever again past this point, only at the start, and you have to go through every single opponent that's coming up without changing your parts. And it's a survival mode. You have to fight enemy after enemy after enemy after enemy as quickly as you can. The quicker you do, the more health and fuel and damage to your weaponry will be repaired. And you want to see how long you can go, how many opponents you can kill before you yourself succumb to defeat. And there's a special prize you get for getting through every single opponent in the game, which means you have to get through 32 Trotmobile battlers in Steambot Chronicles. So I have my minigun, I have my Excalibur, I have the heavy body large, so that's lots of defense, and I just kick everybody's ass like they owe me money. They all owe me money, and they're all gonna suffer. It goes on like this for 25 more fights. Honestly, the hard part for me was Schneider, as well as Ginger, who is Elder's mentor. You might remember I fought him in the sewers of Nephroburg, and when he has a big arena to play around in, he can be pretty rough. His boomerang always seems to clip me. And again, you have to kill opponents quickly, otherwise you don't recover a lot of your health that you lose in the fights themselves. So I have to fight really, really quickly. I have to finish them as fast as I can while making sure I don't take too much damage. It is a survival mode. There's a lot of pressure to this. And, you know, I can handle the pressure. I can handle the pressure. I am a god at Steambot Chronicles. I practiced this damn thing for 4 months. Elder, you are a chump compared to me. Ha! By going through all 32 opponents, you get the support engine, the skull grill, as well as the deathmatch plate, which is great for bragging rights. The support engine allows you to carry as much weight as you can, and it burns less fuel too. So the sky's the limit. You can customize your Trotmobile however you want when you have the support engine equipped. And the skull grill, oh my god, I love the skull grill. You're going to see it very soon because I'm going to attach it to my Trotmobile. It is badass as fuck. And totally worth going through this mode to get that accessory. But there it is, the Deathmatch plate. I beat the whole friggin' thing. I took on everybody in a survival gauntlet. I am a badass. And I played all the way through Steambot Chronicles, and all I got was this stupid license plate. Ah, feels good. Feels good. That's it, folks. That's it. Anything else I'm not showing off in this playthrough, you can see it when you pick up Steambot Chronicles for yourself. I know, it's very expensive on eBay. There are emulators that let you play it, don't you know? Look how badass my Trotmobile is! I fucking love that skull! Ah! It's so cool! Totally worth it. I love that my final Trot looks like that. But anywho, folks, before we leave, I do want to talk over a certain trailer, 2 certain trailers, for a game that was canceled, unfortunately, and that was the sequel to Steambot Chronicles, Steambot Chronicles 2, or Bumpy Trot 2, as you'll see, because this is a Japanese trailer. This game was first revealed at the Tokyo Game Show 2006. It was originally supposed to be for the PlayStation 2 and supposed to come out pretty quickly after the original. And, you know, I know Steambot Chronicles is a pretty flawed game. It's a pretty flawed game. It's not going to be for everybody. I get why not everyone was interested in watching the playthrough, or some dropped off after, like, Part 8, Part 10, whatever. I understand it's not going to be for everybody. But when I see this trailer, and I see what Steambot Chronicles 2 was capable of, it really, really makes me wish this series was still alive and kicking, that this series branched off and had multiple sequels, that we were still playing today on the Switch or the PS5 or whatever, because my god, the sky is the limit with this franchise, you know? Like, Sonic the Hedgehog 1 is not the definitive Sonic the Hedgehog game. Sonic 2, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Sonic Adventure, there have been so many amazing Sonic games that eclipse the original Sonic. You know, Mega Man 2 is more beloved than Mega Man 1. There's lots of sequels that improve and fix things and have quality of life improvements that only make the series better and better and better. You know? And so I see this trailer and it's like, okay, that's Steambot. Look, you built your Trotmobile, you can customize the colors, you can make them whatever you want them to be. But then you start getting to the new features, like, okay, it's winter, you can roll up snowballs and throw them. You can ski down mountains, that looks fun as fuck, I want to play that. You're playing as a different protagonist with another co-pilot, not Connie and Vanilla this time around. You'll get multiple choice dialogue options, so you get to choose how the story progresses. Very intriguing. But here it's like, you go underwater. You actually transport cargo. You put out fires! Something you should have done in the first game since you got a water gun, you know? You can actually fish this time around. You can fish in the sea and pull out giant fish. It seemed like they were adding so much to the established formula of Steambot Chronicles, because you're still going to be performing in a band, you're still going to be performing music for people, and adding all these new mini-games, maybe the story would have been much better, because I'm sure they would have heard the criticisms of the first game and made a much tighter narrative with everything developed properly and a proper resolution, you know? And it just makes me yearn for what could have been, makes me yearn for what Steambot Chronicles 2 could have delivered. And the cancellation of this game absolutely breaks my heart so much, because this game could have been something special, could have been something amazing. And you know, stranger things have happened. Who knows, maybe IREM will actually bring this game back, maybe somehow, some way. Steambot Chronicles will return in some capacity. Who knows, maybe the original game will get remade, and that'll have quality of life improvements. ActRaiser Renaissance came out not too long ago. That's a fucking remake of the original ActRaiser on Super Nintendo. I didn't think we would ever get another ActRaiser game ever again, and I loved that series growing up, you know? So, who knows, man? Who knows? Steambot could come back if more people paid attention to it and gave a shit about it. And got the word out, you know? Contact Atlas. Contact the publisher Atlas to create another Steambot Chronicles games. We've had 3. We've had the original, we've had Battle Tournament on PSP, and we had, of course, Blockus Portable, which I did a video on. This is the second trailer. This is when they revealed that Steambot Chronicles 2 was going to be moved to the PlayStation 3. Because, you know, the announcement trailer for Steambot Chronicles 2 came out in, like, 2006. By that point, oh yeah, we got Xbox 360, we got PlayStation 3, we got the Wii. Why don't we take this game to the next level? Let's put it up a gen or two, you know? And this trailer in particular has a lot of cool story elements that make me wonder about the potential future of where the story was going. Because, you know, we have a different protagonist and whatnot, but they're going to be running into some familiar faces, you know?
A little message in the sand, wherever I need to hear you in my heart from me.
I love the winter location, and I really love the detail that, like, you can actually see icicles hanging off of the Trotmobile. Like, they actually put icicles there when you're in a snowy location, which is so cool. The graphics are definitely a lot better on PlayStation 3. That's what we're looking at right now, is PlayStation 3 footage. You know, it's still cel-shaded, but there's a little more detail, a lot more high definition going on with this particular version, and, oh, it just looks like such an experience. It just looks like Steambot upgraded, and that would be so amazing! Hey, that guy looks familiar!
And when my words reach to you, there's just enough to see that.
More giant bosses to thrash, more vocal tracks from Nadia Gifford. So she's got new music that she composed for the game, and some of it's out there, but the game itself did not get out there, so we couldn't hear them in their full glory. Look at the crowds! Ah.
For your love, you've awakened every part of me. From me to you,
So you'll notice on the right, that is Basil playing the cello. Basil is back, and very interesting thing from the footage here, especially this clip that we're looking at right now. You know, they look like drifters, they look like they're homeless, and Basil himself trying to warm himself with the fire. You know, the last time we saw him at the end of Steambot Chronicles 1, he was living under a bridge in Neferberg, so the death of Savory really fucked him up. Which is an interesting development. You know, Basil might be a more interesting character in the sequel. Potentially, maybe. Maybe I'm expecting too much, but PlayStation 3. It's been so long. It's been so long. Oh, God. But yeah, folks. Steambot Chronicles is over. Like I said before, if there's stuff I didn't cover in this playthrough, I apologize. I just want this to be done with. I didn't show off the side quest involving the hotel people and a guy named Hawkween, just like Hawkween Phoenix. I didn't show that plot line because honestly I didn't think it was that interesting, and it would just add another 20 minutes to this video, and you know. You can play the game and find it for yourself, or watch another Let's Play, because there are dozens, you know. A lot of people like Steambot Chronicles, man. If you look up the trailer for Steambot Chronicles 2, if you look up the soundtrack for the original game, you're going to see so many comments in those videos all saying how this was like an incredibly underrated PlayStation 2 game, and a PlayStation 2 gem. And look, I admit, it's not a perfect game. You know, the story does have some abruptness to it. It's not as developed as you'd like it to be. There are some things that turn out to be not as satisfying as you'd like them to be when you're going through the whole thing, but Jesus, I've never played a game like Steambot Chronicles, you know? An open world adventure where you can invest in the stock market and you can perform in a band and you can transport cargo with these customizable mechs that you can have be whatever you want them to be. You want them to be pink? You want them to have a big fuck-off sword? Do you want them to have, like, a chain whip, kind of like Simon Belmont? You can do that because the sky is the limit in Steambot Chronicles. You have so much freedom to be a good guy or an asshole. Putting the game in the Industrial Revolution is a fantastic setting, and it's different from every typical action open-world game where you're just in a modern city taking on modern gangsters and all that shit, you know? Steambot Chronicles spoke to me in a way that, like, very few video games have, and it is a little flawed, for sure. It's not perfect. But man, does it wring a connection out of me. It wrings an emotion out of me that very few video games do. And so I was excited to do a Let's Play of this game for a long, long time. I think the first time I hinted that I wanted to do a Steambot Chronicles playthrough was during the Sonic Rush Adventure Let's Play. I mentioned that I wanted to tackle Steambot Chronicles back when I tackled that game in like 2013, 2014, 2015, somewhere around there. It's definitely been a while. Oh, it has been a while. My first Let's Play was 2008, which was like 13 years ago. I've been doing a lot of playthroughs. It's been a long, long journey to get to this point, my final Let's Play. But, you know, I am glad I eventually got to this game. It didn't attract the audience I wanted, but the people who watched, the ones watching this video right now, I love you guys, and I hope that you saw something special in this game the same that I did. I know there's certainly undercooked things about it, but man, a sequel would have been so fucking great. Imagine that dream future where we're playing Steambot Chronicles 6 on the Switch, and it took off like the Yakuza series did, man. Oh, fuck. And then they make like a Steambot Chronicles turn-based RPG. Steambot Chronicles Like a Bumpy Trot.
Never dare imagine what it would feel like if I didn't know that I would see you once again. I will never use the phrase goodbye, 'cause it will be like any other day for us. And from here on, we will always shine as one. Just remember, I will always be there for you. Just tomorrow is gonna be a bit further away. So why not I just say, see you later.
Thank you everyone for watching this playthrough. This was a labor of love, showing off an underrated PlayStation 2 gem that I just adore. Thanks to James Donaldson III for the Eggman plate throughout the entire playthrough. That made all the footage all the better. And I really appreciate it, man. That was awesome. Everyone who watched, everyone who watched, I hope you understand what Steambot Chronicles means to me and so many people, and why it was a big deal to those who played it. And yeah, it's just, I love this game, man. I love this game, and hopefully you now understand why. And that's it, folks. That's it for Steambot Chronicles. That's it for the Let's Plays. If you've been watching any of my Let's Plays these past 13 years, I absolutely appreciate it. I hope I entertained you. I hope I helped stave off your boredom for a little bit. I'm still making lots of videos. They just won't be 4-month-long time commitments like this playthrough was, In fact, stay tuned next, because my next video is an explanation as to why I'm leaving Let's Play. See you then.